Hi guys, I'm Scarlett and this is Femwood Reviews. So welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a review of a film I watched recently, and I know Halloween's past, I've done this very late. Please excuse it, I apologise. However, I am going to be reviewing the new It movie today. And I don't know what to think about it, if I'm honest. Everyone I watched it with absolutely enjoyed it, but I was prepared to be more scared, if I'm honest. I wouldn't call it a horror film, I'd just call it a jump scare thriller. It didn't really have any horrific moments. There was only one really horrific moment, and that was right at the beginning. It was, to be fair, the worst thing that happened throughout. And spoilers, okay? Georgie had his arm ripped off and he got dragged into the sewers. That was like, I could have teared up a bit for Georgie. That was awful. I've never seen a film visualise a child in that much pain before. That was absolutely horrific. However, that is what you want to see in a horror film, and it was done amazingly, and it did make you scared, but everything else was just jump scares. And to be fair, like, they don't always scare me, because you can predict a jump scare. You do build up to them, but sometimes that build up just ruins it. And I'm not saying there were any that were ruined. Like, I did jump a few times, but I feel like they could have used more of a horror element in the film. I mean, I'm not sure who their audience directed to. I think it was a 15 when I went to see it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a 15, but I think for a 15 it could have been scarier, definitely. Bill Skarsgård, amazing. He really did compare to the last It. He was scary, I'm not gonna lie, and I wouldn't want to come across him, ever. No hate on the actor, but even Bill Skarsgård looks a little scary, so yeah, I mean, that didn't help. It was a fantastic film, but I think it's more of a film you want to watch in your own home with other people and get scared together. Like, going to the cinema, it didn't feel like a cinema film for me. I'm not sure if that makes sense to people, but sometimes I prefer watching things in a cinema than I do at home, or vice versa. And that really did feel like something I would watch in my own home on a night that I wanted to watch something scary. But I mean, it's coming out on DVD. I'm doing this after this, you know, it's been out on cinema. So if you didn't go see it in cinema, I do recommend you buying it and watching it at home with friends, because you will have a good night and it will be scary. But for me, could have been a bit more. My camera just totes glitched out on me then, so I'm very sorry. What was I saying? Right, cast. It is so hard to work with child actors, and I know that because I was one, and I was an absolute nightmare. However, I mean, they probably found it hard to get the kids together to, you know, get serious for a scene. I don't know, but they definitely worked on their characters, and it's really hard to know if a child will put their enthusiasm into a role, because they can become very monotone and as if they're reading a script, like, very easily. But every single child had their own characteristics. They really separated themselves. They weren't all the same. Every character had a struggle, and obviously it's because the film's based on fear, the children's fear, but obviously that fear's because of something, and I think that idea in the narrative really helped the children put their characteristics forward and make their character stand out. Like Beverly, the issues with her father, we were only to assume that she was sexually abused by her father. I mean, I'm glad they didn't show that, because I think it would have been unnecessary. They gave us the right amount to understand what was happening, but also know the pain she had from that and the fact that we didn't want to see it. and she really showed that. And for a child actor having to show like sexual abuse, like suffering, it'd take a long time to work on, and she did a really, really good job with that. The scene with the blood bath and the bathroom covered in blood was absolutely amazing. Acting was perfect. The mise en scène, just the blood everywhere, it looked amazing, and it was scary, and God knows how long it took them to clean that up, because my God, I would not want to do that with fake blood. That shit stains badly. Other characters, Georgie, adorable, died too soon. It would have been great if he could have come back somehow at the end, but I mean, he was destined to die. As much as that is morbid, you know, can't bring him back. And luckily there's enough cute other kids for us to get excited for. I mean, like his brother and like Billy, he was adorable. Oh my God, so cute. And he was definitely a leader. He was the protagonist, and he definitely showed leadership in the film. I think if he didn't, it would be difficult to empathise with the characters, because we wouldn't have one main character to strive off of with emotions, and I thought that was really good. Ben, you gotta love Ben. You can tell he's been through a lot. The thing is, with what happened with Ben and the love triangle, it worked. It really did. You felt bad for him. You knew he'd eventually get a girl, that would be fine. However, I finished watching Stranger Things recently, and the exact same storyline happened with Gaten's character, and it's just, it makes you think. Obviously narrative has to change, people will get bored of seeing the same thing, you know, like Twilight. If we kept seeing that over again, I would shoot myself, honestly. It's awful. The idea that the not so attractive young child strives to get the girl, and he obviously doesn't, because the protagonist or the leader character gets her, the hero. Now I've seen that twice involving kids. It's a bit like, is that all you can think of for change? Maybe it would be nice if the nerdy boy got the girl, you know. And I'm not saying that it's stupid and they shouldn't do it. Like, it did fit well, but in the future, if that happens more, I will get bored of it, honestly. And especially if that character doesn't end up getting their desire of a girlfriend or a boyfriend or anyone, then it's a bit heartbreaking, really. And it's a bit sad. It's a bit sad to bring that character down because they feel lonely, and then not bring them back up in a later film or a later series. So, you know, with Stranger Things, I hope he gets his girl, because, you know, he's adorable. But anyway, back to it. The cast, amazing, fabulous. The older bullies, honestly, they were mean. They were so mean. And I'm glad they got what they deserved in the end. If you want to see what they got, go watch the film, because it needed to happen. And, you know, I just felt bad for Ben. Like, he suffered so much. He got scratched everywhere and beaten up everywhere, and it's like, you just wanted to run into the screen and beat you wanted to run into the screen and beat the shit out of every person that touches him, slaps him, strikes him with a knife. Oh my God. But yes, those bullies, they got what they deserved. And their narrative, he was quite a psychopathic bully, I'm not gonna lie. Like, would they be that psychopathic back in the 80s? I don't think so. But with the idea of Pennywise and the bully having mirroring characteristics, I think that was very clever, because it was showing a way of how the boys and the kids would get over their fears. If they got over the bully, then it'd be easier to get over Pennywise, because they shared so many characteristics, it'd be less of a struggle. Because the problem, I thought, at the end was, did the children get over their fears too quickly? Did it just feel like a, oh, I'm not scared anymore, now you can die resolution? It didn't feel like that. Honestly, you could see the development, and I think because of the narrative with bullies, I think that really helped get the ending and make it a smooth ending, not make it jarring and like oh, okay, so that happened. My last comment, I love a good bit of mise en scène. I've already spoken about it. Be well, that was good. Obviously CGI, some bits, you know, however, the idea of the child mobile, I think it is, or the carousel with the children was so clever, and how like the body of it was everything that Pennywise had stolen from them. It looked amazing, and it was so scary. I would hate to be there. I would go crazy if I saw that. And then suddenly, just like Pennywise the Dancing Clown show starts, and he starts his dancing. If that came at me, I would cry, honestly. I hate scary things. I hate them. I cried at the London Dungeons. I cried at Madame Tussauds, and I'm not going to be ashamed of that, alright? However, Pennywise, scary AF, definitely. And don't know how the kids got over the fear of him, because I would not like that. I don't mind clowns, but if he were in my face, dig a grave right now. That's all I have to say. So there's plenty more about the film I could be talking about. I could be talking about soundtrack. I could talk more about location and the haunted house. I could be talking about more about the industry. But I haven't seen this film it's been about a month, so my memory is not that good of it at the minute. When I do my Atomic Blonde review, I'm going to wait till it comes out on DVD in December, rewatch it and give a full review of that film. However, this one, it's just a short bits and bobs, highlights, why you should go watch it, if you like horror films, what to expect, and I hope it's enough. If you want to ask any questions about the film, comment down below, give me my opinion. If you have anything to say about it, what you liked, comment, I want to hear about it. And if you give me a like and subscribe, I will make much more content. I will do my full list of queer films. I will do any film you want me to review, I will do it. Old or new, ask me, I'll do it. So it was nice chatting to you guys, and I will see you later. Bye guys.